So you want to know about our favorite fair memories? Okay. I mean, for me, like, because I didn't grow up in North Carolina, I grew up in Peoria, Illinois, and there was the Heart of Illinois Fair. It was maybe 5 minutes from my house, and every single year when it came into town, you knew because there goes the big Ferris wheel, and then one year they had the Ring of Fire. The Ring of Fire, it basically was just zoot, zoot, that's it, like several loops in order, and it was just like wild to be there. And then before I left, I always made sure to bother my parents, or when I was a teenager, my buddies when we would go, funnel cake. I love funnel cake. It is so unhealthy for you, but it's so delicious at the same time. But I feel like whenever you go to the fair, you got to basically just ditch all dietary restrictions when you go.
Oh, absolutely. You got to wear the elastic, stretchy pants. You know, you got to be ready for all the food. For me, growing up, I never went to the fair, but I've had 20 years worth of North Carolina State Fair memories. A lot of them entwined with Dorton Arena, the WRAL tent, and talking with viewers. And of course, even reporting out here at the fair, riding the rides, trying the food, eating live on TV, all that kind of stuff. So, so all great memories. My favorite highlights are just meeting the people. Just awesome. Every year they come out. I'm always impressed that, you know, there's a line to come say hi, right? And just, they're so pleased to like,
what had me impressed?
Say hello.
The people that remember you. Like there was a guy who had a picture from, what was it, like 10 plus years ago?
10,
Bill Leslie
12 years ago.
was like in the photo with you. I was like, oh my gosh.
It's still on his phone.
Still on his phone. And I'm like, oh wow, people really like this. But what I, you know, we're talking about our favorite memories, and we've heard this from people directly who came by. Their memory, coming by to see us, and that makes me remember that yes, we're delivering the news, we're building this connection, you know, wirelessly from them, but at the same time, like this is a big moment for them. This is how they start their day. And I guess that's what makes me remember that whenever we get up in the morning, we're doing like what, 5+ hours of news for us, like anchoring and stuff like that, trying to keep the energy up because we want people to feel good, we want their days to start right, because we know when we eventually meet them in person, we can go, hey, there's those happy people. Yes, we're actually happy in real life and on TV too.
They're so awesome to take time out of their day, out of their fair experience, right, to come out and say hello to us. But 20 years of like, yeah, when they like to come up and just sit there and go, I remember when I met you back in the day, and showing the picture and being like, oh, I remember, you know, back then when I was younger and had like a little more energy. But they're all so sweet to come up and say hi, and they're just so enthusiastic and kind, and it's amazing to hear what they have to say. And
one thing that still always surprises me, and I wrote an article about this not long ago, but like the relationship that we have from them, even though they haven't met us yet in person, until they come and meet us in person, those parasocial relationships. You know, I had somebody ask me, how's Jordy doing? How's Jordy doing? And only a little bit does it catch me off guard until I remember, oh, I put, you know, Jordy's picture on social media. They know that he was born. You know, they saw my wedding when I put our photos up, like they're aware, but it really like makes me feel like I'm actually cared for. It's not just they're watching vicariously, but it's like, no, they have a vested interest, especially when people ask about my dog. Cha-Cha was having seizures for a while, and people every so often message me, how's Cha-Cha doing? How's Cha-Cha doing? Which I'm happy to say, as of the recording of this video, she has almost 90 days without having a seizure with her new medication. Oh, so, but when people remind me that like they care, and that's why I have no problem. They'll go, hey, can you go to State Fair and sign autographs? I will happily do that. Plus we get some food, so I'm not mad about that part.
And it's not just the TV connection. It, of course, is the social media connection, right? And we do share parts of our lives. You know, people are so thrilled for you and your wife and your new baby. And a lot of people, you know, sit there and say they remember when Elsa was born, like it was yesterday. That was 11 years ago. And they just love following our lives as well as what they see on TV. And so those are the relationships that we get to build, and what a joy it is to finally connect with people, you know, beyond the screen, from getting up in the morning. And sometimes you're just talking, you feel like you're talking out into the ether, right?
And then you remember people are watching.
And then people are watching, and they're so sweet to remind us that they do, and that they appreciate what we do.
And we've met the super fans, those of you who are waking up at like what, 4:30? Goodness gracious, those are the WRAL super fans. But
I've had people go, why do you guys get on the air so early? It's like, is anybody watching at 4:30? And then they all come to the State Fair.
They are.
And they let us know that they enjoy getting up. They choose to get up at that early hour, and they love starting their day with us. That's pretty awesome.
That is pretty awesome, and it's great that you choose to wake up with us. following WRAL. We want to know, comment below, what are your favorite memories from the State Fair, whether it's the NC State Fair or elsewhere?
I will say on the other aspect of the fair, so I talked about how a lot of my memories are entwined with WRAL and working the fair, but I've also loved taking my daughter here to the fair separately. And that's to see the fair through her eyes. When we ride the Ferris wheel, when she was younger, we did the kiddie rides. That was super fun. Cotton candy, funnel cakes. And then as she got a little bit older, we would check out the giant pumpkins, the exhibitions, the beautiful mums that they have in the garden area. There's so much to see here at the fair, and that she has started to beg me every year, Mom, can we go? When can we go? Yeah, I'm trying to work out this year of when we can figure out a time to go, but she loves it. She loves riding the rides. Her dad, my husband, is not as much of a fan of the rides, so, but I love going up on the Ferris wheel and all that for her, and then also on the flyer too. So it's just a place to make memories.
A place to make memories, and hopefully many other people come out here to the NC State Fair and make memories of their own.